Hello friends, welcome back. In this video, we will talk about display grid. So if we go to the documentation, these are the grid classes: grid template columns, grid column start end, grid template rows, grid row start end till gap. Okay, so these are all grid classes. So we will see this in the example which I have created. So grid is useful when you want to have like multiple rows and multiple columns, and we can also use flex classes along with grid. So how cool that is. So let's see this in action. So let me make it bigger. Okay, so here I've created one example. So there is a div, and inside there are 6 video cards. Okay, so let me show you in the browser. So these are the 6 video cards, okay, which I have created, and let me make it a little smaller. Okay, so this is video 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so if you see YouTube, you will see all the videos side by side in rows and column. So let's say this is what we want. So all we have to do is, in the parent div, we have to give grid, and if I save this and if I refresh this, nothing will happen, because by giving grid doesn't do anything. It will not work. You have to actually create the columns. So here we have to say, after grid we have to say grid calls 2, and if I save this and refresh it, so now we have 2 columns. Okay, we can also say 3, so it will give 3 columns. So now we have 3 columns. We can also say 5 if refresh. So these are the 5 columns. Okay, so let me keep it 3 columns. Okay, so this is better. So you just need to set the columns. The rows are just going to be autofill themselves. So right here we have 2 rows, right? But we did not have to define like we don't have to define grid rows 2. Okay, we don't have to define. If I refresh, nothing will happen. It will remain the same. And even if we do grid rows 1, and if I save this and if I refresh, it will still have 2 rows. Okay, it will overflow into the second grid. So that's how you do grid and grid columns. Let me remove this, and we don't have to write any classes for this children element. All we have to do is we need to set the layout on the parent div itself. Now we need some spacing in between these boxes. So normally what we do is like we do margin right 5, and if I save this, you can see we got a space in between. But grid has really cool thing called gap. So if I remove this and if I say gap -2, if I save this and if I refresh, let me make it bigger. Okay, okay, I need to give the gap class on the parent. Sorry for that. On the parent, if I give gap2, if I refresh, so as you can see, we are getting a space in between each of the card. Okay, so this is very cool feature in grid. So if I go to the documentation and if I go to gap, okay, if I type gap, so here are the classes for gap. So we have done gap2, so it takes till gap 72. Okay, sorry, gap 96. This is the largest one. So you can use any of this class. Okay, so let's keep this as gap2, and this is very basic example. Okay, this is very basic example which I have shown you. So let's see the second example. Okay, so let me comment this first example and let me uncomment the second example. Let me save this, refresh. Okay, now we have another 6 video cards. Okay, now here in the parent, I will give grid call 3 and gap of, let's say, 3. If I save this, refresh it, now we have 3 columns with 2 rows and there is a gap of 3. So in this example, we will see the other classes of grid. So grid column start. Okay, let me go to the documentation and let me make it smaller. So grid call start. Okay, so these are the classes for grid column start. So call span 1, call span 2. Let's say you want to span 2 columns, so you need to give call span 2. I'll show you. Okay, and there is grid row also. So row span 2, row span 3. So let me show you this in the example. If I go to the example, let's say we want the second card to go top and bottom. Okay, we need the second video card to go from top and bottom. So where is the video 2? Video 2 is here. So here I'll give row span 2. Okay, if I save this, if I refresh, now as you can see, we are spanning this 2 rows. Okay, how cool that is. Now let's say we need this card 4 also to go to span 2 rows. Okay, so on card 4 I'll do row span 2. Save this, refresh. Okay, so this card 4 is also spanning 2 rows. Now let's say card 5 spans 2 row. So let me give row span 2, save this, refresh. Okay, but here now that is not really taking the shape. So we need to define the row if we want to span across the rows. So we need to say here grid rows 3. Okay, if I save this and if I refresh, let me make it bigger. Okay, we want to span the 5th card. Okay, so let me cut this and paste it here, save this and refresh. Okay, and also the card 4. So both the cards we want to span. Okay, and not the 6th one. So save this, refresh. So now everything is in proper alignment. So as you can see, there was a little hustle. So you have to take care of all this stuff and you need to check what is going wrong with the alignment and all. And accordingly, you need to give the classes. So the grid classes are a little bit tricky. So you need to work around with the classes and see, play around with the classes. Okay. This was the second example where we saw a few more classes on grid. Now I have created the third example. Okay, if I comment this out and if I uncomment this, save this, refresh it. Okay, now okay, this needs to be 800. Save this. Okay, now let's say we have a blog website where there is a nav bar. After navbar we have a banner, then we have some content, and on the right side we have some latest post, then on the bottom we have footer. Okay, so we will see some more classes on grid. So what I can do is I will give grid class on the parent and grid column 3, and we also need grid rows 4. Okay, let me save this, refresh. There are 3 columns, but there are 4 rows which you can't see, but I'll show you how it works. Okay, as I told you, grid classes are a little bit tricky. So the navbar should be full space. Okay, so what I can do is call span. I will span the columns. Okay, column full, so it will span all the columns. Okay, okay, and we need the gap also, so I forgot gap, let's say 3. Okay, now we have the navbar with full space. Okay, now again same thing for banner. We want banner to be occupying the full space, so here it is, banner, refresh, and boom. Okay, so banner is also full, getting the full space, but content we want it occupying only two span. Okay, 2 columns and the latest post. But before that I need the footer on the 4th row. So what I can do is I'll write row, sorry, row start 4. Okay, it will start from the 4th row. So if I save this, refresh, now this footer has come to the 4th row. 1 2 3 4. Okay, 4th row. Now I want my footer to also go on full space, so call span full. Okay, save this. Now the footer is also occupying the full space, but this content should be occupying 2 columns and the last one should go for latest post. Okay, so where is the content? Okay, content is here, so call span 2 column. Okay, let me save this, refresh. Now boom, we got this content here and the latest post. Okay, Here you can show anything like ads or something. So this is the navbar, banner, then we have content, latest post, and then the footer. So all this is achieved by using grid. Okay, as I told you, you can use flex classes inside grid. So let's say this content you wanted in the middle, so here we can give flex justify center and items center. Okay, let's save this, refresh the page. Now you can get this content in the center by using this flex class. So you can use the combination of both grid and flex to make your application look better. So this is it for this video. I hope you like the video, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and bye bye.